Hey there, Sensei Mish here. I believe everyone deserves a self-defense education so they can live a life without fear. This is why I'm a martial arts instructor and a school owner, but currently 0 students. You know, life has thrown me a couple curveballs over the years, so I'm essentially starting over. I am determined as ever, though, to make the martial arts my full-time career and part of my retirement. This is my journey. Sensei Mish here. Welcome to my journey. This is episode number 2. At some point I might not remember what episode I'm doing, but this is the second episode because this is actually the second one that I'm recording. Anyway, in this episode, I kind of want to show people what I'm working with, okay? So my journey of going from 0 students to however many I end up with. I don't have a time frame. I am starting classes January 11th. Monday, January 11th is when I go live, virtual instruction. Hopefully I'll have a student by then. Have to do some advertising. I mean, I do have a couple weeks, but it is what it is. So, but in this episode, I kind of want to show people what handworker martial arts looks like. So I'm going to take this off its little stand. Let's, if we flip this around, this is my little video area. So I've got my lights and I've got, this is a car dash mount that I put the camera on. And it's not a camera, it's a cell phone. I've been recording, by the way, Kyusho Corner and pretty much almost every single thing I've ever recorded has been on an iPhone, okay? So iPhone 5 and forward, it's all my shows, seminars, everything on an iPhone. So if anybody from Apple wants to, everything on an iPhone. Anyway, so we're kind of, let me flip the camera around. Okay, that's better. It was kind of getting awkward. Anyway, so like I said, there's my little thingy. There's my lights. I've got part of my martial arts books. I've got some product, bunch of knives, DVDs, stuff. I have my little, this was a very coveted display. I got this display for free. But I have, you know, some Star Wars, and there's Mark Klein's bobblehead. He gave that to me the first time that he came out to visit. And of course, even though I am a huge Star Trek fan, I do like Star Wars. Some of my favorite Unleashed figurines. I have more inside. And of course, you can't forget the Enterprise. That's the Enterprise, my favorite Star Trek, favorite ship on the planet. So, well, at least next to the Millennium Falcon. I always get people commenting on my PlayStation 2 cabinets. I used to work for Hollywood Video, so that's where I got those. But enough about that. So going around the room, this is my kind of my Hall of Masters, and of course, movie poster for the best Star Trek movie ever made. So if you haven't seen Star Trek II Wrath of Khan, you got to see it. Anyway, so my Hall of Masters, this is kind of those who came before. Sensei Klein was out here, I don't know, several years ago. We were doing a little podcast thing, and he paused and he realized, wait, I don't want to end up on that wall because everybody who's on there has passed away. But these are the people who I have gotten inspiration from, and I was lucky to have trained with Jack and Wally and Craig. I love Craig. Remy. Of course, the other guys, those are too older. And I never did, Oyata, I never trained with him. But the pressure point stuff, even though Dillman, I give Dillman a lot of credit, But honestly, Oyata had a lot to do with that as well. So, of course, American flag, we are in America. That was my grandfather's flag that he flew down at his house when he passed. I got that. So we have my mannequin. I bought that originally because I wanted to basically kind of do all the pressure point stuff, kind of pinpoint and do, track meridians. I never did get there, but, and I've given him several names. I called him George at one point, but he's a little too tall for George. I called him Mark at one point because he's bald, but it is what it is. Kind of my I love me wall right there. I do have some artwork, but I've got my some certificates, some photos going around, patches of the different organizations that I've been with. Yoda. That's a cardboard stand-up from the Attack of the Clones DVD or VHS display. Got my little whatchamacallit guys there. Acupuncture points. Student library. Those are all uniforms and belts. I have my acupuncture charts. Batleth. Of course, you can't be a martial artist without, or martial arts and Star Trek lover without owning a batleth. My buddy good friend from high school gave that to me when he bought that for me. And then of course I have another tripod. So I've got, I actually have a couple of these, but this one is kind of in its place so I can shoot other stuff at a different angle. I built my own teleprompter. So I've got that all set up if I need to do that. I don't use that a lot. Let me back up to kind of give you a bigger idea. There we go. Okay, so you got the whole wall, and then you've got this whole wall. And of course, it's a garage. I mean, my wife allowed me to build a dojo in the garage. So there's the big door. It's painted, it's locked. That is the only entrance. And, but when it comes to virtual, this right here, this setup is where it goes. So I've got an old Mac Mini, and I've got my 40-inch high def screen with a whatever those things are called, webcam. And you can see the holes on the wall. This was actually higher. So if we take a step back, my first degree and my 5th degree certificates and then my Q-Show or my CSSD stuff, this TV was more up there. And because mainly it was there for either just, watching martial arts videos or for, playing Star Trek or Star Wars or whatever I was just, having in the background while I was out here. But of course, when I'm sitting here, like, you can kind of see where I'm in the reflection. Just think about staring up and getting that neck cramp as you're trying to teach. So I lowered the TV so it was a little bit more realistic. And of course, I lowered that over there. And I made a bigger tabletop for this folding table that I have. So I have a little bit more room. But the angle that it gives is actually pretty cool. Let's see if we can. So from here, if I put that up to the camcorder or for the webcam, that's about what it looks like. So, so I actually have quite a lot of room, which is nice. Okay, so we're back to this view. That's what I'm working with. I have a nice little space. I can heat it. I can air condition it. You can see the little air conditioner in the back there. I've got a computer that's hardwired in. I've got everything I need. Everything. And I've had it for a while, and I'm just now actually going live. But I think one of my challenges was my curriculum, plus what I teach is very hands-on, so I had to kind of figure that part out. We'll get into my curriculum in another episode, but I wanted to kind of share the dojo. I'm very lucky to be in this position. I do have a job that pays for my mortgage and insurance and all that kind of stuff. But, and I don't have to worry about paying for a brick and mortar, which I want. I want a brick and mortar someday. That's kind of been my dream. But even if I end up here, I mean, if I can make enough money virtually and live in classes once our state allows live in person classes, that would be awesome, But brick and mortar, I think that is, I would like to go there, because one of the challenges showing you all this, I've got these awesome mats. I've got a, very welcoming place. I've gotten tons and tons of compliments, but still some people see this as a garage. And so that's one of the challenges that I've had to overcome is because some of the best instruction I have received and some of the best classes I've taught have been in a garage. No mats, no sheetrock on the walls, no sheetrock on the ceiling. But there's people like me, people possibly like you. There's not a lot of them out there. I mean, very few. So trying to get the masses to say, yes, this is a safe place to learn, it's been a challenge. So, and I keep on saying, I've said in the first episode, I say now I have 0 students. I do have students, but none of them pay. That's when I say 0, I have 0 paying students. But Thomas is a longtime friend. We were not friends initially. He was just somebody who he was actually a friend of one of my students at the time, and he wanted to start taking classes. His goal was to make it to black belt and continue on with the martial arts. And shoot, I don't know, 13 years later, I can't remember exactly when he started training with me, but it's been a while. It's been probably at least 12 to 13 years that Thomas and I have been training together. And, but we haven't been getting together for a little bit. So it is what it is. I have had students in the past. I just don't have any students now. So anyway, I'm babbling. I've probably already been babbling too much, but I wanted to show you my dojo. This is my school. This is Handwerker Martial Arts, and I'm very proud of this place. I don't get to show it off a lot. I don't really think I've shown it off ever like this. My Kyushu Corner episodes, this is the background. Grandmaster Bram Frank and I, we shot his definitive modular series right here. Rory Miller, I've had Rory Miller over a couple times, maybe 3 times, to do seminars. We've taught here. Anyway, I love this place. This is kind of my home in my home, and I'm glad I was able to share it with you. Thank you for coming on this journey. If you like this episode, I know I babbled, but if you liked it, hit the like button, share, comment. I'd love to hear what people think. And if you haven't subscribed, subscribe. Okay? I got a lot of stuff going on. I got this show. I've got more Kyushu Corner episodes. I haven't shot any of them yet, but they're all pen and paper. But anyway, if you want to continue coming on this journey with me and you want to know when I post stuff, subscribe and hit the bell. So until then, till the next episode, I will see you on the next episode. Please be safe and live a life without fear.